I know what you're thinking. Food fight for a whole episode? That's ridiculous. And I agree. And actually, that's kind of the point. When I worked in special effects, many of my favorite engineering solutions were in the service of the most ludicrous and ridiculous constructs imaginable. And that is the soul of this episode, an absurd construct of a food fight at distance with two contestants engineering real solutions to flinging that food. And when it comes to clever ideation in the service of absurdity, well, only one name really came to mind. Ladies and gentlemen, Tory Belleci, model maker, MythBuster, my colleague for over 20 years. Tory and I first got to know each other in 1998, working together as model makers on Star Wars Episode 1 at George Lucas's special effects company, Industrial Light and Magic.
Yeah, that's right, we worked on Star Wars. Sweet. That's like mad nerd credit.
Hey, man. Hop in.
Hey, fella.
How's it going, brother?
So Adam called me and he said, hey, I need you to help me on the show. And I was like, what are we doing? And then when I found out it was gonna be building machines to throw food at each other, I was all in.
I've always wanted to have a food fight, but I specifically want to have one that needs a lot of engineering. So I figure we'd be placed far apart and we've got to hurl food at each other with speed and accuracy, and also it has to be non-lethal.
So it's kind of like anything goes.
As
long as it doesn't kill you.
Yep.
So the challenge is on. A mega food fight with Tory and I hurling food at each other while standing inside target circles placed 100 long feet apart.
To have to propel that food a significant distance with precision is a really cool engineering challenge.
So what I'm gonna do is just build giant uprights, some kind of posts that I can attach a bunch of surgical tubing to, and then maybe some kind of a bucket that will hold all the fruit and vegetables.
Tory's reasoning? He's hoping bigger slingshot equals bigger payload. Tory doesn't want to just shoot one fruit or vegetable my way. He wants to shoot an entire basketful, the old scoundrel.
We got 4 strands here, right? It's gonna be a barrage. I'm gonna rain down on Adam with fruits and vegetables. He's going down.
The sling really impressed me with its ability to hurl irregular objects far distances, and I'm going to codify this as one of my key launch mechanisms. Specifically, a launcher built for a sling called a trebuchet.
A trebuchet is a very specific type of catapult that originated in ancient China thousands of years ago and was used for centuries in Asia and Europe, most of the time when laying siege to a castle. It's basically a big arm with a counterweight that throws things using a sling. Back in ancient times, we're talking about huge trebuchets that slung objects weighing hundreds of pounds. And if it was good enough for that, it's certainly got to be good enough for me to throw my vegetable weapon of choice, a cabbage.
The ratio between the weight arm and the sling arm, 3.75 to 1 is the ideal relationship. And the best ratio I've found for the arm weight to the payload weight is 133 to 1, which means that if I want to hurl a head of cabbage that's only 2 pounds, I might need in excess of 200 pounds of weight at the end of this arm.
After a little dueling fabrication, Tory and I are ready for our first 100-foot distance tests.
So we're 100 feet from that wall.
Tory's opening salvo, a bucket of oranges.
Slingshot test fire. I loaded up the bucket with all the oranges, released it. It was too much weight. It actually backfired. Like the oranges kind of just dribbled out. Well, that was pathetic.
It's time to test my trebuchet. I have built it with the optimal proportions to fire a 2-pound head of cabbage. I've got 200 pounds of counterweight there. I've got a target 100 feet away. My goal is to knock that target over. Okay, here we go. Cabbage! Going for the 100 feet in 3, 2, 1. Almost!
That cabbage shot fell a little short, but it was right on track. It's important to note that proper cabbage to counterweight ratio isn't the only factor I'm keeping an eye on here. The release of the object being thrown by the sling is also key. The sling needs to release the object at the perfect point in the throwing arm. If it releases too early, the object will be thrown straight up in the air. Too late, and it'll be thrown right into the ground. My sling seems to be releasing at the perfect point, so I'm gonna keep tweaking the counterweight until I get the distance I'm looking for.
Head of cabbage in 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! 100 feet. Woo!
Damn it. Why is he so excited?
That was fabulous.
It's making me a little nervous.
We are in the zone, baby. I'm really, really excited.
But I'm not the only one getting all juiced up.
Damn it. So the bucket wasn't the best cradle for the fruit. It kept flipping, and sometimes the fruit would actually come back. Do you get points taken off if you hit yourself with your own fruit?
Much to my delight, Tory's bucket is a bust. But being the intuitive builder he is, Tory makes a masterful adjustment, using an actual sling in his slingshot. Yes, I am being facetious.
I ditched the bucket and went with the sling. Now this is more in line with an actual slingshot, so I'm hoping that this will fire my fruits and vegetables a little bit more accurately and get all that energy from the surgical tubing. All right, ready? Here we go in 3, 2. I think I'm close. I have my distance, so I think just a little fine tuning and the slingshot will be ready to go. Woo! Look out, Adam, we're coming for you.